Hey everyone, this is Lane and Clay.
Morning.
One of the things Clay and I were talking about is one of the things when we started kind of putting our kits together that we still play with a lot is cook sets. But one of the things that we both use a lot is this little Coleman, or it's a Stanley cook set, and it's this guy right here. And what we wanted to show real quick is just kind of a rundown of kind of what you can put into this little bitty container. It's an old stuffed sack that I used from Wildhorn. It had their light speed straps in here. But so this is it. This is the whole thing. Everything kind of goes into that. Got the famous Academy long spoon that we like so much. Of course, you can throw that in your bag anywhere. So let me show you what's all in this thing, and then we'll run down the price for it. It's I think it's pretty much very affordable, and you can kind of mix and match what you think's what you need. You can carry just a regular Bic lighter. This is something that Clay bought, he and I, a while back. They're called these little pocket rockets, and it's just it's the wind resistant flame that, so it's a little big, but it fits right on the side. Or you can get a smaller Bic, which is fine, and put right inside the container itself. All right, so let's get down into this thing. So with this, what I've got in here in mine is I've got the Stanley Cook pot. This thing comes with these two little green cups inside of it. Just throw them away.
Worthless. They're
absolutely worthless. They're hard plastic and they're really little, so I'm not sure. Maybe they could be kid cups or something. I don't know. I don't use mine at all.
Mine are holding bolts and screws.
There you go. Bolt and screw holders. Perfect. So let me get to this first. So we got this, and it nests perfectly inside this little cup. And so we started looking for these little camp cups, and I've had these for a long time, and I throw them in my camping gear. But they've got Totes has some, and what is it?
Snow Peak or
Snow Peak. There's a bunch of there's another one they sell at Walmart. But yeah, they're $9-10. Could be higher than 12, something like that.
You get a lighter, and they make them in titanium.
Yeah, these guys, they're a little heavy, and but they're good steel quality, and they're decent, and they're $4 at Walmart. And so there's my cup. So I use this for coffee, water, other things that goes with water and stuff. And then here's the kit. The thing that's cool about this, and I'll show you in a second, is it's got this nice little handle, breaks out, and it's good and solid. It's got a really nice little lid. A lot of people I see mod these things out. They take this plastic piece off and put a metal ring in there because they put theirs on the fire. I don't do that with this, but it's got these little holes in it so that you can drain water if you wanted to. It's got a nice little lid that you can hold out. But the cool thing about that in these little cups is it fits the cup. So you can actually use your little cup as your stove if you want, or your little pot if you wanted to, and it fits under pretty good. So I'm gonna set this up. Before I do that, this is my stove. It's this is how big it is. It's titanium, and it's the BRS pocket stove. And just looked it up, and it was $15, 14 something. So I'll show you that, and then what I did is I got one of these jet boil stands for my canister. It's these little plastic things. They're like $4 or $5. Here's my canister. It's inside fuel. So now I'm empty. I could add other stuff to this. Obviously, some spices, maybe a little scrub brush and stuff like that. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, it snaps on like this. Sits down. Take your lid off. This little dude. I'm gonna show this to you. I can get him out of here. Got him upside down. This is it. That's him. These little dudes all fold out, and like this. They've got little clips on them that lets them fall into place right there. See these little, see right there, little cleat, just kind of slips in there. And it's just a matter of putting this dude on. Make sure your little thing's off, good. There's that. There's that. There's that.
Another good thing about the Stanleys is this little handle doesn't get hot.
Yeah.
Like some other pot sets.
Right. So it kind of sits out like this. What Clay was saying, he bought something here just recently.
It's another Stanley product.
And he went to grab the handle. It was sitting on something, and it, you know, lit him up. But using this one, I guess it's got a good airflow through it, so it keeps these from getting too warm. Now don't get me wrong, if you put it in a fire, it's gonna
get hot.
It'll get hot. But sitting on these types of things like this, it doesn't do that.
Even the little alcohol stove, it doesn't get hot.
Yeah. So let me show you this little dude right here. And if you can. So that's it. It's loud, but it's got, you know, you can adjust the, you know, your flame with this little.
You can simmer with it.
Yeah, you can simmer and you can crank it all the way up. It boils water. It's got, the thing that I love about this, not that it's small and it's titanium, but I don't know if you can see. Let's see.
Little vents.
Yeah, the little vents right here. You can see that looks like a little fan. There you go. That is something that, if you ever look at a jet boil bottom, the thing that makes that jet boil so fast is it's got this big cylinder with those fans, and it really, man, it's kind of spins that flame through there. And this little dude will boil water really quick, and I really like this, and I'm seeing more and more people using this, and I think there's a good reason for it. It's light, it's cheap, and it works really. I shouldn't say cheap; it's inexpensive, and it works really well. And that's the little tag logo on there. So if you look it up, just type that in there, and then put like the BRS Stove, and it'll show up, and you'll see a bunch of these. Again, this, like I said, you can use a regular lighter, and it should fit all in that, and it breaks down just as easy. So anyhow, wanted to give you guys a real quick thing on that. I think the whole thing, Clay and I looked it up real quick before we did this. It was
including the spoon, $47.
yeah, including the spoon, the fuel, the stand, some type of a lighter, the stove, the cup, everything for the stove, the pot, the stove, the cylinder, the stand, the spoon, the lighter, and did I say cup?
Yes. But you can say it again.
Cup again. All this right here, you're looking around 40 to 45 bucks. So Clay said he found his Stanley on a
Clearance at Walmart for $4.
$4. So you can keep your eye out. Of course, you can make these things. And I'm not sure what the deal with the canisters are online. And Clay said he thinks that maybe shipping the butane is why it's so expensive to buy it online. So if you got a Walmart close by, just go there and get it, and instead of having it shipped to you, or any other place that sells these types of things, REI. But yeah, they were $9 a canister online, so no deal. Anyhow, anything else, Clay? Oh, there's no windscreen for this, but you can use anything. I was using earlier. It was a little breezy. I was using my little cozy as a windscreen. I just put it up against my water bottle like this, kind of stood up there and had my stove right here, and that was my reflecting, so my wind reflector. So something like that, or you can use a piece of tin foil. They've got all kinds of little windscreens out there that you can find. Just make sure they're tall enough to cover this guy, because once you put it on the stand and everything, it's a little tall.
Something like that.
You know. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's the Bullen. And this is a little fold out that fits these little guys perfect, so you see on the ground. And it's little fold out screens. So anyhow, here, bud. Hey. Hope that helps. If we think of anything else that's super easy to put together like this, obviously, like we said, we're always wanting to put something out there for you guys to look at and hope it helps out in some way. But other than that, have fun. Go camp.
Get outside.
Get outside.
Get outside.
We'll see y'all next time. Adios.